this is new, but... And close the shutters before nightfall. Can you do anything right without my supervision? I would expect that after years of serving in this house, you would remember such things. Cinders, you're back. I tried to make it quick, and I think I made it back at a reasonable hour, but if you have any objections... No, I'm just glad you made it home shortly after sunset. I was starting to get worried. Woods can be treacherous after nightfall. Oh, thank you for your concern. I don't think you need to worry about me. I need to worry about everything in this house. If I don't, nobody would. Everything will fall apart. Can't these servants do anything right? It's not such a big deal. The house looks as good as it does when Carmosa is here, so you don't need to worry. Thank you, but I do. But I have no time to explain to you now. You can go to your room and read or do whatever you see fit. There are some leftovers from dinner in the kitchen if you're hungry. Alright, thank you. Oh, did you go to the merchant as we agreed? Yes, I gave your list to Tobias. He said he can deliver all the items within 3 or 4 days. Oh, I knew I could count on you. No need to go into details now. I'm sure it's all as it should be. Thanks, Gloria. You're very... nice. Hey, what do you think it is you're using on the curtains? You'll ruin them and the stains will just stay there forever. And there she goes. Too bad. We almost had a normal conversation. Maybe it's for the better. I'm too tired to even talk, and I would kill for some sleep. I should grab this opportunity to go to bed early and rest. All in all, it was an eventful day. And then it's morning, and Gloria's here. I just need to talk to you. What is it? I mean, noon? The way you've been behaving this past few days. Okay. I thought it was good. It's not like that, Cinders. I actually came here to, well, thank you. Alright, Cinders says imagination. Now you really need to wake up. You're right. Our relationship hasn't been very good in the past, but I can see this changing. Lately, you've started behaving more reasonably and responsibly. You're less self-centered and more aware of our common interest. I just want to tell you that I noticed and that I appreciate this little bit of support from you, deeply. Oh, well, I'm really surprised. I don't really know how to respond. Thanks, I guess? It wasn't something I planned, you know, this change you speak of. Oh no, it was planned alright. Then miracles do happen. As Mother always says, causes aren't important, only consequences matter. So no matter what caused you to change, what's important is that you're maturing, and it's a good thing indeed. Excuse me, mature? Yes, become an adult, a person is able to grasp a larger picture, go beyond one's own interests. Also someone who can sacrifice personal happiness for the greater good of the house, if it's necessary. I don't deny that it can be difficult at times, but we're not children anymore. We must realize how we all depend on Carmosa and support her in any way we can. I see. Well, it certainly doesn't play well with my idea of maturity. Mother can be difficult. Tensions are good. It's the same. And then we're supposed to choose, I guess you are right. I need your support, I guess you're right. Alright, I see your point, and as much as I hate to accept it, I think I can agree with at least part of what you're saying. Of course Carmosa means well. It's her house and we're her daughters after all. At least you are. It's her actions, not her intentions, that I have trouble understanding. Maybe not anymore. Perhaps we're more alike than I've imagined. We're survivors, doing what's necessary to cope with the situation we've been presented with. Such insights give you credit, Cinders. They tend to come with age. No, I'm pretty sure they come with experience more than age, but okay. That's true, then Carmosa must be really old, and her sight is completely different than mine. That would explain some things. Maybe she's a victim of harsh circumstances. Maybe she did have to struggle all the time. And yes, maybe I can't really imagine what she went through. But think about the woman she became, a black widow, so spiteful that she hurts her own children. But Cinders! Please let me finish, Gloria. With all the pain she suffered, there was a lesson there that she missed. Sometimes being nice to people around you can make all the difference in the world. She has no right whatsoever to turn our lives into hell, Gloria, and you know it. She is how she is, Cinders. She's doing her best to manage everything, and it's a great burden. She can be terrible, but only because life can be terrible to her. You surely don't intend to change her now. Oh yes, no doubt about that. I'm not talking about changing her arachnid nature. I'm talking about changing ours. We could certainly use some improvements in our natures, you know. This picture you're painting in front of my eyes seems pleasant, but also not very realistic. Mutual agreement. Sophia. It's you. I'm behaving just like Sophia. Then maybe you should stop whining about being criticized and start listening. How exactly did you try to communicate with Sophia? How much effort did you put into it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Sophia isn't exactly the happiest girl in the world. She's broken, deeply wounded by the hate that you at Carmosa poured onto her through the years. Her bitterness and armor of cynicism is like a cry for help. If only you could give her any credit, any recognition, then maybe she'd be willing to help you. She hardly seems interested in... Let me finish! Before you judge her with your usual presumptions, tell me this. When was the last time you actually talked with her? Don't be ridiculous, Cinder. I spoke with her as recently as yesterday. I don't mean commenting on house affairs and managing chores, but actually talking. Like sisters. You do remember that you two are sisters, right? Or is family only important to you if it allows you to put blame on other people? Alright, I see where this is going. Fine, I'm not really certain when it happened, but we did lose our connection. She seems so alien now. I catch myself thinking about her like a stranger. Her face is like a mask shielding her thoughts from me. I agree that it's unfortunate, and this isn't only Sophia's fault that we grew apart. Maybe we could work on changing that. You may be thinking that I'm telling you this to criticize you, but I'm not. All I want is to hear you say things like this. So that we can stop hurting each other all the time. It is the only reasonable thing to do. And you're always the most reasonable one, so it's good that you're willing to give it a try. And so you recognize it well. I am the most reasonable. Has it ever occurred to you that you might not have all the answers? Do any of you act like a sister towards me? And then we should say, reason with her. Oh, such debate skills you have. Attacking me as a person clearly proves you are the responsible and logical one. I'm not the one at fault here. You are not the only one at fault here. We all are. Reason dictates that all the sides of a conflict contributes to its current state. And so we all did. Let us assume that is correct. What would you propose then? Then Sophia and I would have to admit we were wrong to attack you and hinder your efforts to take care of the house. Oh, so true. You, on the other hand, would have to admit that you blindly mimicked Carmosa rather than using your own reason and abilities to best take care of the house. We all need to change our ways. If things are to improve, blame is not important. Refraining from our old habits and working together is. That does conjure up a good image. I think I would like such a change. One thing, though. Do you really think I mimic Carmosa? Gloria, would you please stop for a second to think and answer one simple question truthfully? What do you like to do? And she doesn't know. Who are you? What do you know about yourself? I don't know. That's fine. You don't have to answer me, just yourself. It may take time and effort, but that's all I meant. I didn't mean to hurt you. And yet you did. True. Sometimes I didn't mean to hurt you doesn't really cut it, because it's like, well, you still did. I'm sorry, but I think someone had to say it, and you needed to hear it. You're not alone. We all have our issues, and we all have it hard. I'm simply concerned about you. You seem lost in Carmosa's expectations. Lost long enough to even lose your true self. And who should I be? That is precisely the question you shouldn't be asking anyone, apart from yourself, that is. We could use a sister, though, especially Sophia needs one. That sounds nice. We all need to work on sorting out our own problems, and not waste effort taking things out on each other. This is the only way things will work out. I guess I thought things would work out for the best if I pleased Carmosa. But my efforts never seem to be sufficient. I think you're right, and there's no normal life to be found in that path. I'm sorry. Yet it's hard for me to accept everything you're saying, my dear. That's fine. We have lived this pattern for so long, and we've only started the process of breaking it, and it doesn't come easy. I'm glad we've had a chance to talk, dear sister. Thank you for really listening. I'm glad as well. So, sisters? How about friends? That's a start. So anyway... Oh, there's another reason I came to see you. Take the day for yourself. I don't see any use for you in the house, since everything seems to be running smoothly. Thank you, Gloria. If that's the case, how about taking some time off? Don't you want to do something just for fun? In search of your own interests, likes, and dislikes? No, I don't think it's wise to leave the house unsupervised. I did hear you, though. It's just... But you go ahead. Your life is not easy, so you have the right to use this time of freedom. I do recognize you as a responsible adult, capable of making wise decisions about how you spend your time. I really, really appreciate that. I think I'll use this time to get out, so... Cinders, do you think Sophia hates me? I couldn't say for sure. It's possible, but... Regardless of whether she does or doesn't, your relationship can be fixed. You know that, don't you? Thank you, friend, for your honesty, as well as making an attempt to cheer me up. Have a good day. What is this? What? No, we should get to town at some point. Whoop. After the conversation I just had, I'm hard to impress. Alright, so Sophia came in and she's asking, what did Gloria want in your room? And we're like, come on, Sophia, quit already. She was actually quite nice to me, relatively speaking. She even had something to say for a change. I think this was the first time we actually had a normal conversation. Conversation with that harpy? About what, I wonder? Was she giving you advice on how to make yourself spineless? Or were you just discussing boys? You really shouldn't go there, or someone might think that you're jealous. Because your little chat? Please. Seriously, Sophia, you could really try talking to Gloria someday. Having tea with her without spiking hers with rat poison. I would never do such a thing. Rat poison is easily traceable. I see. I think you're just giving me a bit too much information there. Oh, you're such a child sometimes. In case you didn't notice, we're living in the middle of a dangerous and unforgiving forest. Blah blah blah, rat poison. You're going out. I was just wondering if you, well... What is it? Sophia, are you blushing? Don't be ridiculous, of course I'm not blushing. I'm just thinking that maybe you could use some company? What is this? You want to leave the house? Yes, is that a crime? Dear Sophia, no, not in my book. Of course I'd love to go with you. But a lot is happening now and I want to have some time to think alone. I'm really sorry. Maybe some other time? When Carmosa's back? Right. I'll get back to my room and stay there then, forever. No! Don't be like that. I'm really sorry. You just caught me by surprise, but I really would want to go out with you whenever we get the next chance. Yes, I understand. Go then and have fun doing your secret stuff. Thanks, I will. I'll see you in the evening. Sorry again. What? No! I mean, I understand, but it's like, no. Alright, you know what? It's not too much left, I think, to get to the ending, so we'll just make an hour-long episode because, I don't know, just things. Okay, this is new, for some reason, I think. Well, the whole, like, we went to town and the woman is like, ah, you killed my cow, blah, 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 Pero. And then Pearl says, fine, I consider the matter settled and you will do as you see fit, like you always do. Until next time, madam. Good day, Cinders. I did not notice you standing here, blah, 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 blah. Just some robbers to kill, or at least vagabonds to hold down by the ear, and picking up girls become a priority. As the sight of Madame Getty gets her temper up, there's no shame in retreat. Please excuse me, Cinders, I shall bid you ladies farewell. What happened? Blah, blah, blah. She's angry. Alright, we should go to the tavern. And we're gonna tell me about the prince. Then we're here and we'll say, how horrible. The burden of being a ruler. You may think it's horrible, but it's a choice he has to make. Yeah, words. Alright, so we went to Tobias, yeah, and yeah, we met him, and now we're out in the streets, and we're gonna appeal to his morals to tell us what he actually did for Carmosa. This may seem like a whim to you, but it's not. It's not the lassie you take me. I'm not the lassie you take me for, and I wouldn't be asking you all these questions if it wasn't necessary. Honestly, do I look like a spoiled brat to you? Do you think I don't know hardship, that I get what I want with no trouble? For Carmosa and my sisters, I'm no better than a servant. Every single day I'm reminded how little I'm worth and how disposable my life is. This is my only chance to prove them wrong. I must know. Lassie? Life ain't peachy for either of us, innit, love? And all we have is our smarts. But the old hag's a real demon. She'd claw my eyeballs out if she knew I told one little bird everything. You have nothing to fear from me. Carmosa will never know. Why would I want to tell her anything? I need to know how to break free from her clutches, and her secrets are her biggest weakness. I need your help. Fine. There's one thing. A wee detail. Really nothing. Really? Nothing? I knew this rumor would be worth a lot for Lady, you know? I know her and I know what she's like. So you did work with her before. Must have given her a hand earlier with a ball, love, so she could get in. The goose and her ducklings weren't exactly invited. The lady asked me to help them out. Yo. We've seen this. Alright, so now Captain Pro is here now and saying that he's gonna go for a walk, but we are going to go back home. It sounds lovely, but even listening about you planning to go for a walk makes my legs ache. I really should be going back home. Hope your patrol would be pleasant and uneventful. Good night, Captain. Thank you. Have a safe way back home. Good night, Cinders. And we are going to our residence. There aren't a lot of... I don't think there are a lot of choices left for us to make here. And we're back in the same. Alright, we're here. Carmosa's back and wants to talk to everyone, and... someone says something about Sophia stabbing someone in the back because she's in first, and Cinder says, true, but I think we did start some sort of connection, albeit weak. I did notice the two of you were on better terms. I must admit I was wondering what the change was about. I'm not sure yet, but I certainly hope it's permanent, not some ploy to lower my awareness. I like the feeling of having a sister. Oh, I'm so glad you say that, and I'm happy that you and Sophia get along. Actually, I'm happy she's getting along with anyone. Happy? Why? You hardly ever talk to her herself. The fact I don't have a good connection with her doesn't mean I don't care. I do wish for her to be happy. I'm glad she's finally able to make friends. I had no idea you cared so much. You were full of surprises. I don't think I need to explain myself. I was just asking, but fine. Let's just wait for Sophia to come out. Wait. And we wait. And Sophia comes back. I don't know if she's gonna say anything different, but yeah. So, how was it? Carmosa swoops down on you like a hawk. Oh, sorry. No, it was Sophia. Carmosa swoops down on you like a hawk and submits you to great physical torture and tests your endurance. At one point, she took this long needle and... Lovely. Thanks for that image, sis. You did get a little pale, but honestly, you'll be fine. So it wasn't that bad? Oh, don't get me wrong, it was no pleasure either. And Carmosa hatched a plan that would make me lose a lot of sleep till it's all over. This can't be good. I'm almost afraid to ask. What is it? Oh no, you need to be properly surprised when you hear from Carmosa. That will prove I did not utter a word. But you don't need to worry too much. Only Gloria and I get to fail Carmosa and her ridiculously high expectations this time. As far as I know, you will not be involved. I never thought I'd be happy to hear that someone forgot about me. Then, let me add to your joy. I forgot about you and your little escapades when I recounted to Carmosa what happened during her absence, so you should be fine. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried? I'm not sure. She seemed fine when we talked. As odd as it may be, you might be right. My silly sister babbled a lot about how she finally got through to you. What a success it was to finally come to some sort of understanding. The most pathetic part was when she decided this understanding was important enough to make it the topic of the day. I'm glad she felt that way. I thought it made for a nice change of pace as well. The only thing missing from this picture is holding hands and singing, and dancing, possibly in circles, in the middle of a flowery meadow. I think I might throw up. I think you could use some hand-holding and singing. Having friends doesn't hurt you, know? At least it works better for me than isolation works for you. Oh, shut up. Let's just wait for Gloria. It shouldn't be too long. You're back. How was it? What do you mean? Was it unpleasant? Of course not. Let's see here. So what do you think of Mother's Later's plot? You think she'd learn not to expect impossible from us? It may be time to live up to our expectations. Blah blah blah. Okay, it's the same. Blah 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 blah. You don't need to worry. I didn't tell her about your little excursions. I did tell her, however, you behaved in a responsible and trustworthy manner, which I'm sure Mother has immediately taken to be true since she values your opinion so highly. Alright then, I'm going. Wish me luck. Called me? Yes, I did. Blah blah blah. Weren't you how busy it would be when I was gone? I'm not sure I follow... I've just talked with your sisters and they both vouched for your good behavior during my absence. They did? Oh, that's... surprising. Ugh, I realized that. Surely you must have played your cards well if you befriended them both so quickly. I don't recall playing cards, I just took some time to talk with them and try to understand them for a change. Guess it worked. How lovely. But I really couldn't care less about that. The important thing is that you didn't do anything ridiculous and managed to get yourself into some trouble like I was expecting. Just thinking about having to listen to your whining excuses makes me cringe, so it's a good thing we won't be having any of that, yes? I don't think I didn't notice your behavior last week. It was exceptionally proper and thoughtful. I must say I'm very pleased with you. I'm even more pleased seeing that you're making it a habit of it. Responsibility and discipline are necessary qualities for any young woman who wants to make something of herself in this world. Keep it up, and who knows where it will lead you. I mean, thank you, ma'am. Regardless of what you may be thinking right now, adding wood to the roaring blaze of that ego of yours isn't the purpose of this talk. Praise means nothing save the purpose it serves, remember that. There are important matters I need to tell you about. To do with my plans for our family. The grand ball, blah blah, blah blah. Yeah, the royal masquerade, I've heard about it. Oh, you have... Pay attention to shady looking people. Really? Well done. Feel much safer and more powerful already. The ball is very near. All to do our best. Very well, what's my plan? What's my part? Will I be going to the ball as well? Don't be absurd. Well, fast aren't you, Arena? I see. I'm gonna be at home and cleaning, really. Okay, so she will never take you to the ball, basically. Besides, being the resourceful creature that you are, you will without a doubt find a window opportunity with little difficulty. If you're really that smart, you will get your chance to shine and will take it. You like to refer to us all as a family, but only if it means I have to do something. Do you have any idea what a decent dress costs these days? No, of course you don't. Actually, we should mention the money problem. Yes. Yeah, apparently a big house and that don't make one rich. Fairly easy to get information once you know for sure it's there. I told you that I found a way to solve our money problems. Ha! Some nerve you're showing, girl. Perhaps you're growing up and on your way to becoming a resourceful young woman. I doubt that testimony of the last few days is enough for me to overestimate you in such a way. What if you're wrong? Can you afford that? Ba 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 ba. Help to clean. Yeah, help cleaning the house, blah blah blah. Yeah, no, we're cleaning the floor, blah blah blah. Alright, so now we're here, and there's like, oh, Sophia, I need to thank you for putting in a word for me when you spoke with Carmosa. I appreciate that. Don't mention it. I don't overestimate my goodwill. I find myself just as surprised by my behavior as you are. I'm sure some dark power possessed you that brief moment you actually did something nice for another person. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate it. What are you two blabbering about? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not sure what Cinders said here because I can't scroll back anymore, but I presume Gloria came down and Cinders was like, oh, you look good. And she says, thank you, Cinders. Oh, and otherwise she probably says, like, don't be ironic or something. Still not my size. Imagine how it's going to look after even a brief stroll in the royal garden. The man is clearly an amateur. Seeing the tailor without you was a mistake. Still time to go to the tailor tomorrow. How very entertaining. Alright, we went to the grave, met the fairy, and I could use some help. I guess I could use any help I can get. It's not often that I meet someone willing to help me in the first place. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't know what this is, but you will remember but us in time. You will remember or you will receive tenfold the weight your fate is in store for you. You will regret being forgetful. Ooh, maybe we will be forgetful, I'm not sure. Wake up. Mrs. Shine, sis. Strangest dream. Leaving. Ramble. I know you'd like to join us and present yourself with a ball, and frankly, I don't see why you shouldn't be coming with us. But you know Mother, and you know it won't happen. I know. You shouldn't feel guilty. It will be your chance. Make the best of it. Come on, we need to go now. Yes, I'm coming. Cinders will be gone for the rest of the day. The house will be left under your supervision. Do you think you can manage that? Oh, of course she can manage. There are more well-oiled cogs in that pretty head than in yours and mine combined, or maybe just yours. Now let's move. I can manage things for one day, Gloria, don't worry. Alright, we're going then, bye. Toodles. Have fun. And everyone's gone. We're gonna make some changes. We're gonna go... Planning and whining didn't get me far either, also surprised. Okay. Up till now, I've only waited. Heaven knows what for. Complaining and whining didn't get me far either, also a surprise. So let's start acting reasonable. I have an aim and I will achieve it. I will make the changes happen. I need to show Carmosa, Gloria, and Sophia I can accomplish great things when I put my mind to it. Won't be easy, but let's face it, it would have no value if it was. Need a plan, though. Needs a dress. Madame Getty or the fairy. Who should I trust? And for what we're doing now, we should do Madame Getty. Fairies are like an abyss. You shouldn't stare into too much, not mention trusting them. But now, but we're gonna have a high price tag according to the fairy, so we'll see what happens. Captain said about the father's last will. Oh yeah, we should. Okay, so for this ending, we should, yeah, just go, not search her room. Forget it. I'll have enough leverage soon. Plus, I have a fairly good idea about where should Carmosa stick her dirty little secrets. I should hurry then. I wouldn't want to keep Madame Getty waiting too long with her offer just hanging in the air. Where the hell help of her able figures. And I think there's like only one choice left here, actually. I wonder if Madame Getty's in her store. I hope she's in trouble with the townsfolk. And here's Lady Carmosa. Oh yeah, they're talking about the tailor. Oh yeah. Need more time, milady. Blah blah blah. Yeah, but everyone's gonna see the same thing, so blah. Okay, here's something new. We want to go to the palace. I'm sick and tired of having to give up my dreams all the time. I want freedom and I want a bit of space for myself. I deserve it. I want Carmosa and her daughters to finally see me as an equal. Okay, maybe it's not new, but it might be new. Besides, I think it's going to be a magical tomorrow. And I get to meet the prince. A little fairy tale on my own. Laugh at me all you will, but I really need that. Start to feel as if Carmosa robbed me of everything that's magical, beautiful, or fun about life and then replaced it with constant worry and competition. Need to prove myself those things can still happen, that I'm not as broken as her daughters. This is only the beginning. After a ball, my life is going to take a turn. Things will change. You sound very convinced. May I know exactly what you're going to make, how you're going to make this change? Hope you can help me with the details. I have 2 routes to take. Confident. What is your goal? What I really want is to go for the prince here till we get some other fairy tale endings here. And we've seen this a bazillion times. Okay, so I think actually Gloria says something different here. It's like, they talk about like the food, blah blah blah. And she's like, oh, do you want to chat about how do you like the music, blah blah blah. It's very... I'm sorry, Your Highness. Relaxing in such a setting is really not my strongest suit, I'm afraid. As well as casual and friendly conversation. I kind of noticed. Please tell me what your strong suits are then. I really couldn't tell you. I suppose that it's a bad sign when I don't know what my best qualities are, isn't it? I think nobody knows themselves 100%. On the other hand, I suppose it's a bit unusual to not know a thing. I'm not sure. Sure, that is rather strange as well, isn't it? I think I would like to find out how I feel about many things. I'm not even sure what I want for myself, nor do I know how I feel about the goal I was dragged here to achieve. You might not expect this sentiment from a future monarch, but I must say I do understand how you feel. Would you excuse me then, Your Highness? You're very kind, but we both know I'm not the one you're looking for. I'd like to go and find a couple of things out before anything else. Maybe we'll meet again in better circumstances one day. Yes, of course. And good luck. I hope that you will succeed in finding yourself. Oh, he was blown up by Gloria! That was so great! You're back so soon? The prince failed to meet your standards, blah blah blah. Okay, now it's Sophia's turn. Let's see what she can do. Alright, and Sophia says something different as well. They've talked about, like, what they're both her family obligation, and he says that she's an interesting person and stuff like that. And he's glad that she's here, and then Sophia said, the correct response here would be to say thank you, Your Highness, and maybe blush a little bit, yes? Well, I'm not so good at blushing on demand. Don't get me wrong, my prince. You seem much nicer than I expected. But I didn't come here because I want to have a chat with you. I'm here because my mother has serious control issues and wants me to play a role she scripted for me. Probably before I was even born. Not very entertaining a role, mind you. And as for my sister, well, alright, that actually is the pleasant part. I just want to show her that I can do it better without even trying. And I couldn't care less about ruling. Grown-ups sitting in ridiculous chairs, wearing funny hats made of metal. Frankly, it all seems rather silly to me. Well, you made your point quite clear, so what now? Now, if you were a normal man, I would gladly invite you to our residence, show you how our lovely family operates, get to know you better, but alas, you're not. Therefore, it's a perfect time to go back home and get this cursed thing off my waist. However invented, these must have been really innovative. Oh, whoever invented these must have been really innovative. Or innovative, whatever. Good night, have a nice ball and everything, I'm out of here. What the... This one I started to like. And Cinders is coming. Alright, I think this is new. So, Cinders comes in, blah blah blah. Even those who care little for appearances must accept the fact that people still judge others by their looks. That's why proper preparations have to take time. Or why she's late, yeah. And if I may judge, the outcome is positively stunning. Flattery is a very pleasant way of showing others we want something from them. So what is it that you want in this situation, my prince? Is it an obedient wife? A wise consort? Or just someone to keep you warm at night? Do not get me wrong, your highness. I do empathize with your complicated situation. Understand you must have a wife to be crowned. I can see you don't hold social conventions in high regard. That is quite an accurate description of my predicament, though. And yet, understanding this, you are here. Don't tell me it's to taste wine from the royal cellars. Frankly, there's more than one reason. The wine, the food, not to mention company. I won't deny I find power interesting, especially after hearing all the rumors. Oh, so there's a spark of curiosity behind that cold, inquisitive look. There is nothing more natural than being attracted to power, my lady. I didn't say I was attracted to it. I merely stated that I find it, and those who wield it, intriguing. For example, what kind of person does one have to be a good ruler? A sound philosophical question, worthy the author of the Duke. And what are your views on the matter? Although her approach may at times be cynical and overly instrumental, I believe that Lavaya Malik managed to describe power in its actual rather than ideal form. An independent judgment from a well-read lady. How very refreshing. I always regretted the fact that such a fine a scholar as Lady Malik does not hail from our kingdom. Perhaps I was simply not seeing the treasures of our realm. The fact that some women do in fact receive education even in this backwater land. You speak harshly about your own kingdom, my prince. Criticism may be the only weapon of the powerless, but you are hardly without power, are you not? To be honest, I am pretty powerless. Being a prince mostly entitles me to living in more comfortable quarters than, say, the town's innkeeper, but I don't get even a fraction of his power. But assuming you're working already, what would you have me do, milady? What changes would satisfy subtle tastes of a learned modern woman such as you? I might have read a few books, but I'm not a politician. I can speak generally of injustices that require mending or errors which need to be corrected. I believe the kingdom would benefit from reforms and a more modern style of government. Isn't that a polite way of saying that monarchy is obsolete? Not necessarily. An enlightened ruler may balance novelty and freedom with stability and tradition. As long as he keeps those who would threaten him either too satisfied or too afraid to rise up against him. Against him or her, I would add. More like against them. Yes, gender plays no role in such matters. At least here we have some equity. I must admit you're an intriguing woman, milady. Very different from the rest of the people who came here today. They don't seem to be even slightly bothered by the masks they have to wear. You are different. A bit flabbergasted. You judge me very quickly, Prince. I could be many things, none of which I appear at this moment. During the last few days, I've learned that people are as complex as their motivations and agendas, and more importantly, we are all products of circumstances and surroundings. It would be easier to simply summarize others at first glance, have their actions justified with a simple because, but it would be false as we can never really grasp what's inside them. I must admit, I find the dictum terrifying, that all of us are merely actors on some stage set for us. Be it others or fate, being determined by things we can't control is frightening, I know it all too well. And then we can talk about her family. Blah 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 blah. And then we dance. Blah blah blah. And yet here we are. It feels very natural too. Who knows? Maybe fate. Blah blah. So I came here is because I do not believe in any force, my own ability. Here with you, Prince. Have I complimented your eyes? Blah blah blah. But bye-bye. Let's see. There might be something new here. I like that Lady Carmosa is saying mother is that. Okay. Carmosa, you're during the ball. Aren't you a clever little creature, my dear Cinders? Not only did you somehow manage to get here. Look at that dress! Yes, I can see it. Thank you, Gloria. You also had a little dance with the prince, who clearly took an interest in you. You spoke with him like you were enjoying yourself. Which means you achieved more than either my daughters, and you did it without my help. I'm impressed. You always underestimated me, Carmosa. You failed to understand that if I put my heart into something, I can succeed at many things. You speak with adolescent bravado, and yet you did succeed. You did very well. I was clearly mistaken about you. Cinders, you were really amazing. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Thanks. So what are you gonna do now? Got any more surprises for the evening? If you do, then please warn us ahead in advance. Surprises? What do you expect me to do? I just headed back home. I got what I wanted, right? Besides, these shoes are killing me. What are they even made of? Boom! Bye-bye. Yeah, I think I learned something about myself. All of us, actually. Wouldn't you agree, Mother? Mistake. Looks like someone just hit with a revelation. Looking for Cinders. This is not here. Royal orders. Blah blah blah. Alright. Now we basically just have to get to the ending, I think. Well, I mean, people can say different things here, obviously, though. Well, not at first. But this is the same as in the beginning. Alright, ending. As in the stories of old, Cinders' charms and wits helped her in getting the heart of the future king. Cinders became a fair and wise queen, known for her righteous judgment, sharp wits, and love for progress. She is loved by her people, and her strength and wisdom are exactly the support the young king needs to push forward with his reforms. Together, they are able to realize their plans of forming a constitution for the kingdom, starting a new era of prosperity in its history. Cinder stands by her king as his queen, best friend, and a lover. The royal love soon becomes the inspiration for bard songs and legends, although not all of them could be read to children. Cinders learned to respect Lady Carmosa and her talents, and she invites her to the court to become Queen's advisor. Carmosa gladly agrees and takes her position very seriously, quickly becoming a prominent figure in the court, securing Cinders' rule. Sophia and Gloria move to the palace with their mother. Even there, it's hard for them to put their differences aside. Eventually, the pace of the court life and the diverted attention of their mother allows them to break free of their habits. They never become friends, but they are not enemies either. Sophia discovers love for writing and becomes an acclaimed author, while Gloria develops into a successful socialite. The relationship with Cinders remains lukewarm but honest. Nope. Okay. You have unlocked the new ending! Whee! Only took us 1 hour and 15 minutes. 13 minutes, I guess. 67% of right. Yeah, so we got basically everything was new. Fair Queen, Machiavelli Queen, Good Queen. Okay, so we have Evil Queen left, I think is the one. Love's Prince. No love. Okay. So there are 2 here we don't have, and... Oh, we have Independent. Okay, so the only one we're missing is Madame Getty. Okay, cool. Right. That was very long. I'll have to make this into episodes. Yeah, I promise we're gonna get to Perot. We're gonna get to Perot romancing. But yeah, I'll follow, like, walkthroughs and basically just show, yeah, like I did now, like, choices and if anything's new. And stuff. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. See ya.